Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome back to the Arena Cube Draft. We're 3-1. It feels good, but this is when the going gets really tough because you start getting matched against other people that are 3-1 or 4-2 or something around that line, and the deeper you go, the harder it gets to win. So you have to hope that either your skill or your deck can carry you, or maybe a mixture of both. Playing against Taliesin, hopefully Taliesin Jaffe. Love that guy. Shout out to him. As for this starting hand, it seems okay. We are missing 2 of our colours, but green. There are 6 forests and a triome. There are 7 sources of green. So we should expect to see green in the next 3 turns, which is probably about when we'll want it anyway, but that's if you trust probability. There are obviously 32 cards in the deck. If we have 7 green sources, 7, 14, 21, 28. Actually, it's in already the next 4 turns. I don't think I want to cast my Shepherd of the Flock, even though we have nothing to protect yet. I will say that this is a feel-bad moment because we have the 50-50 coin flip of drawing a land, and we haven't on any of our draws. Of which there have been 3 now. So we've missed 3 coin flips. Hoping for the +1/+1 counter here. Get reach. Possibly the worst thing we could have got, but I mean, at least that means we can't get reach again. Okay, everyone's sacking a creature. I guess I'm losing my Alseed. We both lose a 1/1, except he draws a card off of it, so fair play to him. That was a good value play right there. Now that feels really, really bad because we've missed 4 coin flips in a row. We had 4 draw steps. There's a 52% chance of getting land, and we got none of them. Reach and Menace. I mean, we are not going to win this game by taking damage and preserving the Mechagodzilla. Gonna throw down this 3/1. I'm happy to block the Midnight Reaper with it, and then give it protection from black. Or if he tries to remove it because he goes, I actually want to hit you this turn, I'm also happy to give it protection from black. He's mono black, so God's Willing is a pretty good card in this matchup. That's a heads-up play because I don't particularly want to trade for that. Looking somewhat in trouble. I would have liked the Scribe, but that kind of worked itself out in the end. Settle the Wreckage can be good here. 4/4, lovely. He definitely doesn't want to block either of those. And we kind of want to bait him into swinging with everything he's got so that he falls into the Settle the Wreckage. Hopefully he's not expecting it because we haven't really signaled it. We've signaled Mana Screw, if anything. I would love to just have kind of a skip until phase, because the game's doing these mini pauses that might alert him that I have an instant. Alright, he drew a bunch of cards. He might attack with both here. Actually, one has Summoning Sickness. He's probably not going to attack with either. Feels bad. Oof. 5th Plains. Now stuff gets weird because we're not playing mono white. But because it looks like we are, he might actually expect the Settle the Wreckage. Just kind of have to click through until blockers. Don't let him think that, Oh! He did it! He attacked with everything. That gives us hope that we can win this, because the Godzilla is beating him down. We're both at 10. He just lost his field. He was also color screwed, to be fair to him, or not, because he just chose 3 swamps. Okay, Bolus Citadel. That's not as good as you might think it is, because he doesn't have much life to work with. Oh, this feels really bad, because we don't actually have something to sack. Creature. Yeah, we have protection, but not from Eldest Reborn. Wow, he put himself to 2? This guy's wild. Ranger of Eos is a little bit sad here, because we can pull out the Knight, but nothing else. Although, that does give us a free target to chuck. Can't cast it, it's not very good to us. May as well chuck it in the bin. There's an argument that the Fauna Shamer would be better to chuck. If we get another land art, we've land screwed ourselves all the way into a Eugen. A land Scroogian, I believe is what that's called. That's a terrible pun. This is cute. He might sack his card to destroy my Ranger. And then all we need is a black symbol and we win. Pro black. I think that still works. Please don't play anything else. No! We actually could have won. Forest Eugen, kill his 1 blocker, attack for 3 when he was at 3, but I mean, it's kind of wild and a testament to the strength of this deck that we got absolutely land screwed. We had 4 or 5 coin flips in the early game. We didn't get a single land off of them. So we got land screwed and color screwed, which probability-wise shouldn't have happened. If you got 7 green sources and you have 8 or 9 draw steps, you should really find that eventually, but we didn't, and that's kind of okay, I guess. Hello, buddy. What a wholesome, friendly boy. We'll begin with the chapel, I guess. It's not like we need anything else, but we had a path to victory. We were within 3 life of winning that game. If we had not been screwed for like 6 turns in a row, we would have won that 6 turns earlier, possibly. So now we want to play Knight of the Even Legion and keep something to protect it with. We have our 2 protection cards, which are mostly generally reserved for stuff we care a lot about. But this will be kind of funny, because he's he's kind of done that to himself now. So he has a Baffling End that does nothing, is nothing, and when it dies, we get a 3/3 out of it. This could be a big attack step as well, because he kind of needs to block this. Because I think I'm happy to just make that huge. Now it's 2/3. Soon it will be growing itself. Ah, Deputy Attention! That's okay-ish. We could just pulse it and then it put us back a turn and a half. Yeah, we can pulse it and then we can hold on to Prey, Shepherd of the Flock, to protect it if he tries to kill it again. But I'm not... Somebody's driving really loudly. I'm not upset with how this is going so far. Gitrock's pretty sweet, because that will disincentivize him from attacking with his Sigiled Sword. We could have attacked with the Knight there and faked out buffing it. He probably would have took the 1, but I didn't want to do that in case he blocked it. We had to buff it, and then we've wasted our whole turn to kill a 2/2. Sure. Okay, we got a replacement land at least. Prey Upon is very good here. Cuts down the Prince. I think Prey Upon Captain is a good turn here. Bonk. And I think we actually don't swing with the Knight in case he has something like Raise the Alarm. He didn't, so now next turn we can. He might have board wipes in this kind of deck. So I think we just sit on our Gitrog lead. We're already ahead on the board. We don't need to commit some kind of heinous act. And it worked out for us because he handed us a mortify target as well. Oh, I just gave up! To be fair, he's dead on board. The E-Bomb Blade can be buffed, so he's dead on board there. So we got that win we needed. Feels good. We've now pseudo broken even. We spent 4,000 to get into the event. We got 3,000 gold and a rare card and 2 uncommons, which is about what you'd expect from a pack, just minus the wild card progress. And we have a chance. We're now rolling the dice with a chance at getting value. If we do win this game, we get value, we keep going. If we don't, fair enough, we broke even, we did okay, and I'm happy with it. I feel like the games we lost were to somebody having like a really strong black-green rock type deck and just rolling us over. He went first, he just destroyed us, and then Land Screw, in which we had a path to victory. And I'm more than happy to lose games like that. We will get our black-white, so that we have black-white-green available on turn 2 if we want it. I don't know if we want to show the green right now, but it doesn't cost us anything to. I'd rather have my colours open than not. Hey! Hey! Hello! What did you get? I got Death Touch. You got Trample? Fair play! I think I made a mistake there. I got too excited about the Mechagodzilla that, like us both having one and just us both seeing what counters we got. That he's just gonna remove it now. God's Willing wouldn't have protected from that, but if it was like a Mortify or something, it could have. So we definitely made the wrong choice, but that's okay. I think Range of Eos is good here. It can still block the Godzilla, probably, but it also gives us a huge hand. Lots of options, and we're not going to draw the 1-drops. Oh wow, Eldest Reborn. Now stuff's getting very dangerous because he's piling a bit further ahead. Discard, and then he can return a card from a graveyard. So you could bring back my Mechagodzilla. I'm not keen about that. I think we pulse his Eldest Reborn. We can't let him get 2 more cards of value out of it. And then looks like Alseid Triome is the play. There's an argument for keeping the Triome and cycling it when we run out of stuff to play, in case we do start drawing more and more cards. Ooh, Gravekeeper, that's good. Especially if he has something like a flashback card. Alright, Hexproof makes that fun. We can modify the Lamia. We might also need to modify a reanimated Ulamog, so we'll hold on to that. We need extra white. I mean, we just passed the turn, and we just see. Because at the minute we can successfully block both the Godzilla and the Lamia. Vigilance. Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna just... It has Death Touch, to be fair. Plus 3/3. So I'm just going to kill his Lamia. And he must think he has removal. And then I must obviously know that I have God's Willing. So all he's done is slam a Lamia into its own death. Wow, he's just letting that happen. Maybe he has something like Goblin Chainwhirler, he plays a mountain here or something? Oh, he's just letting that happen. Not only does he not know that I have God's Willing, but he can see the Alseid to protect the knight. I think he just made a big mistake there. Because that's one of his biggest pieces of his board, just thrown away. Play the Caryatid. Green-white's not doing much for us. Again, we kind of need all the white mana we can get. He's got his Mecha Godzilla. It has hexproof at the minute. So again, we just kind of hold on to the knight and show that we can block your Godzilla if we want to. Okay, cast down. I think we get rid of the one that he knows that we have. Pro black. Then that whiffs. Destroy non-legendary creature is really bad against our deck. We have like 8 legendary creatures, and I think only 6 non-legendaries. Tresmap can get dangerous in the future, but that's a problem for the future. We can always modify it at some point. Reach is the worst thing he could have just gotten. Wow, and he's still just going to slam it into me? He just killed his own dude. He could have waited for flying. He could have waited for menace. Wow, he had the removal, but ouch. We don't want that forest. Definitely not. Now things get interesting because the board is clear. I am very, 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 very low. I don't want him to get that value, so we need to... Oh. Okay, I don't think that shows him that I did that. Holding on to the Andartha Triumph to cycle could have been good here, because we have nothing to do. But we did need it for its colours, to be fair. Oh, that's scary, with Ulamog in the yard. I think we just kill it now. I can't let that bring back Ulamog. No way. I know I'm going to kill it at some point. It's currently getting in the way of my carry after trading for 1. And I might draw something that costs 8. No, I just draw literally nothing. May as well hold on to something and pretend. Cosplay that we have answers. Put some stops on his turn. Mortify would not have answered Khan anyway, so... maybe letting himself mill here is the answer.
Let us begin.
Oh wow, he's
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Actually got some big artifact creatures. Okay, Shalai is decent here. Very decent. Because she can use everything to become a 4/5. Everything to become a 4/5. He's gonna have 2 5/5s. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it costs everything to make her a 4/5, and then we don't have the mana to prey upon. And if we prey upon now, like, nothing happens. So we just hold on to the +1/1 counters. He's probably gonna minus Khan again and have 2 5/5, swing with 1, see what happens. At which point I believe that kills Shalai, which is very sad for us. We have big stuff though. Something like an Archon, a Zatalpa, a Eugen. Probably not a Gitrog, I don't think that helps us here.
Oh, say hello to my
Oh no, Elspeth Conquers Death kills us. That ends us right there. For 1 life, we need something. Zatalpa is interesting. Very, very interesting. Because Priapon doesn't actually kill these at the minute. We could bait with the Caryatid. Or if we just sit how we are at the current situation and have blockers, that also works technically. If we attack with the Caryatid, he just lets it through, and then we lose the game. Sack to treasure. That's true, we could have preyed upon just to stop him using a treasure to draw a card. You can have a swamp. It's the least useful thing to him. I don't want to give him... Ugh. How can he have an answer to Zatalpa? Who let him have that? Oh no. Oh, that's brutal. We drew Sisse. That can let us destroy non-legendaries. We haven't lost yet. He's probably going to revive the Ulamog. He's very, 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 very far ahead, but it's not quite over. Because the Ulamog hasn't attacked yet.
Are you certain of your
Settle the wreckage. You can have a mountain. Settle the wreckage. I don't think anything wins this for us, because Ulamog is legendary, and our board wipe exiles legendaries. Destroy opponent that's one or more colours. Oh, Gitrog Death Touch Fight. Oh, it's indestructible. No, I believe no matter what we tutor here, we are dead, so we will show him... we'll show him what we can do. And we'll be like, hey, look, isn't our deck cool? Good game. But indeed, we can exile not very much. He's oopsing as if, like, what I did was a mistake. I'm just showing you how my deck works, my dude. I'm showing you everything I had left so that there's no questions in the air as to, like, oh, how close was I to losing? Because obviously 37 life, huge lead, but I haven't quite ended it yet. You never know how far you are along, but unfortunately that's the end of our run there. The dude played pretty well. He had a monstrous reanimation type deck. Maybe holding on to the Mortify or the Cycling Land would have changed things. That is definitely some atrocious cards. I don't even think the Skin Shifter is legal in any format or good in any format that's on Magic Arena, so definitely worse than buying 4 packs and getting the 4 little nibs towards a wild card. But regardless, I had fun. Hopefully you guys learned something about Cube Draft or gameplay or limited formats. Probably not, I'm not that good. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.